Hey guys, welcome back to another Mortal Kombat video. So, I don't know, you guys probably don't know this, but I've actually watched like almost every single episode of Hot Ones. It's like one of my favorite YouTube series, and the fact that Ed Boon got on Hot Ones to do a session with Sean is crazy, bro. I can't I love Hot Wings, and I love watching people's reactions to the interview questions. I watched Shaq, I watched the people from Family was it Family Matters, the uncle Jesse, and then the other guy Billy with the glasses. Like I see a bunch of different ones. Pharaoh, like, dude, there's been so many ones that I've watched over the years. So I'm so happy that Ed Boon went and did this, because maybe we'll get some hints and stuff like that about Mortal Kombat 1, as well as this is being entertained by Ed Boon eating hot wings. But yeah, without further ado, let's just jump into the video. Let's just see what they're talking about. This is gonna be fun. Hold up, I just realized for some reason the browser source isn't working. That's weird. Let me just get that fixed. Why is the audio source on here? Hold on, let me just make a new one real quick. Why is let's see if this works. For some reason it's not working. Come on now. Properties.
Boon, welcome to the show.
There we go.
Very happy to be here. A little nervous, but
Let's start again.
Ed Boon. He's the programmer, voice actor, and director, best known as co-creator of the iconic Mortal Kombat fighting series, and his latest game, Mortal Kombat 1, is set to release on September 19th. Ed Boon, welcome to the show.
very happy to be here. A little nervous, but looks like fun.
I'm not gonna lie, I love
Totally
the marketing
normal
campaign for
reactions.
Mortal Kombat 1.
Everybody that comes in here,
He's doing
they're
so many
always
different
nervous.
things.
But before we get started, how are you around spicy food? Like, do you reach for hot sauce naturally?
No, I am at the lowest end of the spicy food, and it's not like I dislike it. I just have a very low tolerance, so this should be interesting.
Again. I can't wait to see the Instagram post. Do they still do that?
Okay.
I haven't seen the new season.
Is this one supposed to hit in right away, or is just the lowest end?
I think you were a hot sauce guy all along, Ed. You know, you just didn't know you had it in
No,
you.
not at all. Not at all.
You went for the second bite, okay.
Yes, good.
So, when we had actor Kumail Nanjiani on the show, he put forth this theory that video games are the only medium in entertainment that get better year over year because of the technological advancements. As somebody who's had their hands so deep in the video game honeypot since the 1980s, does that at all resonate with you?
It does. The first Mortal Kombat game we started in 1991 was 4 people, right? All right.
That's similar to like Street Fighter, I believe.
It was 4 people, 1 programmer, 2 artists, and an audio guy. The newest one is literally in the hundreds.
Oh, he's talking about
Technology
directors.
has
About the
created
characters.
an opportunity for us to make the most elaborate sets. We have actors, directors, animators, audio engineers. It just goes on and on. So
Jesus.
the scope is 100 times, I'd say, maybe as big as the very first one. and it's all technology's fault.
For better or worse.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
better
yeah.
or worse.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you miss most about the old days? And then what are you so happy that you don't have to deal with anymore?
What I miss the most about the old days is if you have an idea, later that afternoon you can see the idea, come to fruition, right? You can just see it done.
Right.
Now, if you have an idea,
6-month lead.
at least it's like
That makes sense. So the technology
during the Titanic,
advanced.
you want to take a turn.
It becomes more
plan
complicated.
A month ahead, and you start turning. So it was. There's something about having an idea off the top of your head and being able to do it now. Now it affects 30 people, and you have to borderline get permission to do it before you when you do it. Even in my position.
And here on the 5-Wing Gauntlet, we're doing some time travel here, all right?
Yeah,
We're going
yeah.
from number
This is-
1 to number 5.
Yeah, this is the one I'm getting nervous about. Oh, that's nothing. No, I'm sure it's gonna. I'm sure it's gonna hit. Okay. It do taste good.
It is nice, and I'm kind of hungry, I don't always come in here hungry, but when I do, it is kind of nice, to have the meal here.
Okay.
Wait, don't do it.
I'm,
How many wings are
suspicious
doing
'cause
this time? 5?
I thought I'd be cracking on the second one for sure.
You're going to be good. You're going to make it all the way through with not an ounce of sweat on you.
All right.
I can see it already, Ed.
Yeah. Ed got this.
I'm
It's only
regret
5 wings.
You got it. I'm fascinated by guest characters, having RoboCop on there, having Terminator on there, Spawn, Freddy Krueger. What kind of characters do you look for when deciding to bring a character from another universe into the Mortal Kombat world?
That's actually, it's a lot more. It's not technical. It's just childish. We all.
That's how I like it. That's how I like it.
We all grew up watching movies from the 70s, 80s,
Right.
and 90s. From our standpoint, it is. Wouldn't it be cool to see Terminator fighting Scorpion? Wouldn't it be cool to see RoboCop fighting Sub-Zero? And it's as basic and simple as that. There's no science to it. At some point, there's legalities. Can we get the license to it? Can we do this?
Right.
But in terms of where the idea comes from, it's a bunch of adults who are still
Trapped in the 70s
trapped
watching
in
tough guy movies.
Exactly, and want to see who would win in a fight. It's that simple.
Spicy
This one
shark.
is the spicy shark here.
That must be a new one. I remember this one.
Again, am I? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
So this is
you
one
answered my question.
is kind of sweet up front, and it almost makes you think, oh, did I grab the wrong wing?
Yeah, it does.
And then
man.
the second you think that, the door slams.
Yeah.
But still going back in. I love it, Ed. I love it.
Well,
So one of my favorite things that's come out about the new game is that you'll actually have a Jean-Claude Van Damme skin for Johnny Cage.
that's right.
Can you talk about how that came to be? Because I imagine that this is a very validating,
should have had his own
full-circle
intro.
moment.
It is.
30 years in the making.
It is when we. Oh man, that's kicking in. When we made the very first game, our original intention was to make Van Damme the arcade game, right? We actually, wanted to see the words Van Damme big there. And again, Bloodsport was big, and Universal Soldier, I think it was. So we called his people, and we're like, we want to make a game based on Van Damme, and I don't know if he declined or it just never got to him or something like that. But again, this is a bunch of a couple of 20-year-old kids, 20-something-year-old kids wanting to make a video game. I could see how Van Damme would go. No, we're not doing this, and not knowing that. So we tried a number of times going back and forth with him. This time we hit the lottery and we got him, and we actually have his voice, and he's going to be the Johnny Cage character, and it is, like you said, it's the absolute full circle moment that we
Right.
had.
Because Mortal Kombat
What do you see as the
pretty much
significance
based off of Van
the
Damme's
role and
Bloodsport
narrative
movie.
in a fighting video game like this?
So that's actually one of the hardest things about writing the story is, we're going to give the player like 30 fights, so you have to come up with 30 confrontations that'll be enough for a reason to fight. And we've kind of gotten, we've stumbled a couple of times, like we'd have, Johnny Cage is hitting on somebody, and Jax is like, hey, cut it out. Hey, I'm just hitting on her. Okay, let's fight about it. That's not a really good reason to
Well, listen, fights
punch.
happen that way.
Exactly.
Fights happen that way.
At a bar or something
true.
like that.
That does happen in real life,
So
though.
we've had some really kind of silly ones, and we have to. But yeah, the story's main function is to create conflict and let the player resolve the conflict by beating the crap out of the other character.
It's a great
It's
way
only
to
right.
resolve the conflict.
All right, Ed, are you ready to move on here? This is The Bomb Beyond Insanity.
Oh man.
So this one is crazy. Okay, I'm just
Okay,
letting
okay.
you know
Okay.
off the bat.
All right.
It'll be pretty immediate.
I can't believe they still have the
You won't
bomb.
have to wait for this one.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Tastes
Oh
gross.
man. All right, I gotta take a second.
Whoa!
Ed going in for the second bite on the bomb. Respect. Respect.
he
I
Most
think
people
I'm
won't even take a second bite.
by the way.
Or, yeah.
Wow. That's the spiciest thing I've ever had in my life.
So like me, you're an alum of the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. We were talking about it a little bit outside. I know that you graduated with a degree in mathematics and computer science. I'm curious, where
He's-
did you
Ed is
think
not
you
doing
would go
bad.
next? I can't imagine you thought like in 1986 that you were going to be a video game developer.
What'd you say? No. No. In 1986, I absolutely knew I was going to be a video game
You knew.
developer. Yeah, I knew. Wow. I knew. I think when I was like 15 years old or something, a game called Defender came out, and Defender, Pac-Man. Wow.
Come on, you can get through this, Ed.
It was. God, it actually gets hot.
I know,
as
and
you
it
go.
doesn't stop, and then you
Yeah, the more you talk, he's gonna activate it.
you know, it provides some oxygen to the fire, you know.
And at the time, Apple had released, the Apple II, so people first got computers in their hands. I had this Atari 800. Oh my God, it's even hotter. And once I put a pixel on the screen and moved it over, to me it was like, hitting a note on a piano and realizing you can hit 3 of them and make a chord. You can do this and you can compose. And it was a big moment of like, wow, this is what I want to do. And I always assumed that I would be working at a bank, right, writing, some kind of software, and then making games by myself, on as a hobby or something like that. And it turned out that it was I lucked out and I got a job in a pinball company that was also making video games, and
Yeah.
I've had one job my whole life. Right out of school, I made one resume in Champaign, Illinois, and I've not made one since. It's crazy. Yeah, my lips are burning.
So for making one of the most, if not the
right,
most important fighting games.
Okay.
Apollo,
So it already has it, but you dab a little
Just
more
a
on
little
it.
dab, yeah.
the last stab. That's such a lame. It's like a not lame, but like very plain.
There you go, perfect. Cheers, Ed.
I'm surprised Ed got through this as easy as he did.
All right, I'm gonna regret this.
Sharp. Hits you right away.
Yeah.
But Ed, you don't have to eat anything else. You did it,
I can't believe he did it so
Walked
easily.
in here a little bit
And
nervous.
he's going for a second bite.
Okay.
But to
Props.
close things out, Mortal Kombat's made such an indelible imprint
That
on
burns.
me and so many in my generation.
Yeah.
And here we are, 30 years later, still galvanizing players all over the world. So to close
Facts.
things out, with your brain on fire, mouth ablaze, I'm gonna hit you with a Mortal Kombat rapid
Rapid
fire.
fire.
Okay. Where did the "get over here" catchphrase come from?
Get over here! We were in the studio, literally off the top of my head. I was like, hey, let's have the guy throw a spear. And as I was kind of miming it out, I had said, then he pulls him in and he says, get over here, And at that point, we weren't thinking of it, that'll be a catchphrase. But later in the audio recording, I was there doing some grunts and groans and decided to yell out, get over here. That's my voice. And then that's basically where it came along.
Do you have a favorite piece of Mortal Kombat memorabilia or a keepsake that you've collected over the years that's most treasured to you?
Yes. I didn't know it existed, but when they made the first Mortal Kombat movie, for some dangerous reason, they made a Kano knife, this gigantic,
Whoa.
not safe knife, and they branded it and they put it and they
That's
sent
awesome.
me one. And I'm the opposite of somebody who uses knives, but it's really cool looking.
It does look cool. I'm not gonna
that's
lie.
my favorite one.
Off the top of your head, without thinking about it too much, do you have any sort of an idea for a hot sauce fatality?
This one, and I would say, you know, just force feeding it to the loser.
Well, you know what, Ed? We could not finish him today because he took on the wings of death,
surprised he
lived
got
to
through so
tell the
easily.
tale, and now there's nothing left to do
Good
but
job,
roll
Ed.
out the red carpet for you. This camera, this camera, this camera. Let the people know what you have going on in your life.
We have September 19th, we have Mortal Kombat 1 that is coming out. It is the 12th version of Mortal Kombat that we are calling Mortal Kombat 1 because we've reset our story, telling it from the actual Big Bang, and you will see a brand new origin, brand new timeline of a Mortal Kombat universe, and as many cool features as we've ever added, and we can't wait for players to check it out.
Can't wait to play. Good job, Ed.
I was hoping we get a little more, but that's cool though.
Oh, wow, man. My nose is starting to run. I'm glad.
We finished just in time.
Yeah. I was gonna. Oh, man.
Flawless victory.
All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me today. Like, I'm happy that I did something like this because, like, I feel like this is like kind of him stepping out his comfort zone and just trying new ways to really branch out like the advertising for the new game. And he got through this really easily. Most people are like choking and like screaming by the time that they get done with this, and he didn't quit. I think the only one that ever quit was the DJ Khaled, but other than that, like, this was very smooth. Like, it barely, like, I thought the last dab was gonna get him, because most of the time when people get the last dab, they're coughing and like the eyes are like tearing up and stuff. But he did really good. So that's actually really cool to see. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it today. Ed Boon's hot sauce interview. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Tomorrow we're gonna have the new Face Yourself chapter with Ashura coming out, so be on the lookout for that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, guys, friendships over fatalities. Don't be a jerk, and I'm out. Peace.